everyone, my name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. I'm so grateful as always that you guys are supporting me in this quest that I'm on to share as much knowledge as possible before I die. So thank you so much for that. In this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about spiritual enlightenment and how I don't think you need to be a certain person in order to go on that journey towards enlightenment. I don't think you need to do certain things in order to go on that journey, on that spiritual enlightenment journey towards spiritual enlightenment. Now, enlightenment to me means awakening, where you are removing all of the masks that you've put on over all of your lifetimes. And little by little, you are discovering your true self, which is your true spiritual self, right? There is this person deep within every single person, every single human, every single sentient being, that is their true spirit, the soul, if you want to call it. And that soul has certain characteristics, but it is pure. That is the pure essence of us, right? But of course, as time goes on, and we are taught different things, and our parents teach us that's good and that's bad, and you should like that and you should hate that, or you should like that person and you should hate that person. You know, over time we kind of form all of these layers upon ourselves, and that true essence of ourselves disappears. For me, true enlightenment is about removing all of those masks, all of those crazy layers that you've formed upon yourself. Like a makeup, you know, when you put on makeup, you're putting on layers and layers and layers, and when you remove it, you can see your true skin underneath. That's the same idea behind enlightenment, at least to me. That's my definition of it. I'm sure there's a lot more to it. There's samadhi, you know, they're seeing the true essence of the world. There's seeing the supreme consciousness and connecting with that. And so there's a lot of layers to enlightenment. But I'm going to focus entirely on that awakening process and seeing your true essence in this video specifically. But I've been thinking about this a lot, and I've been noticing that people are placing all of these rules or ideas or opinions upon the process of enlightenment. And I'm doing the same, obviously. But I feel like people say that you have to be a certain person in order to gain the path or be on the path. For example, you have to shave your head and become a nun in order to get enlightened, or even go on the path of enlightenment. Or you need to be a certain gender. You need to be heterosexual if you want to see God, or if you want to connect with God. If you're a homosexual, you can't. You know, there are some people who say that. There are some people who say transgender people are already going to hell, so they can never connect with God. You know, there's things like that. So sexuality is a big one. Some people saying certain people of certain races cannot even connect to God because they're inferior somehow. Or certain people are saying that if you're a woman, that you're going to have a hard time connecting to the source or becoming enlightened because it's easier for a man. And so there are all of these rules, right? All of these random ideas, sloppy ideas, I think, that have been kind of placed on the beauty and purity of the journey, of the awakening process. And in my opinion, and again, this is just an opinion, in my opinion, all you need to do in order to go on the path is want to go on the path, right? You should have that wanting, that desire to be on the path, that desire to be awakened, that desire to see your true self and to connect with the supreme consciousness. Just that desire. There is no other rule, I don't think. There's no other thing that says, okay, you have to go and live in a cave for 20 years and only eat berries, and then you're going to be able to go on the path and be enlightened. Of course, that's one of the paths. But just like a mountaintop, and you're reaching a mountaintop, you can get to the mountaintop in a myriad number of ways, right? You can get to the mountaintop from here, or you can get it from behind there, or you can get it up from that way, or you can get up from that way, or you can fly by a helicopter and get onto the mountaintop, or you can do hang gliding, or you can parachute down. You know, so there's a 100 different ways, 100,000 different ways to get to that mountaintop. There's not just one path. Of course, that's what religion tells us, right? I think that's what a lot of religions tell us, traditional religions, that there's only one path, and it's our path. And if you don't choose our path, then you're done for. There's no way you can get to that source, that God, that universe, that supreme consciousness. You're done. And you have to change over to our religion. And if you don't, then you're doomed forever. You can never reach that stage, that mountaintop. And I believe the reality of it is, the essence of it is, that there is no single path to get up to that mountaintop. Even if Buddha took a certain path to get to enlightenment, that's just, again, one path. And we can follow that path, of course, and it's good. He's already done it that way. So it's awesome. It's a good way to do it because it's proven, right? You know that you can get there that way. And therefore, a lot of people follow his path, which is great. That's why we have Buddhism, many different kinds of Buddhism as well, which really, again, proves to you that there's, again, not just one path, because there's Theravada Buddhism, and then there's a traditional Buddhism, and then there's Tibetan Buddhism, Chinese Buddhism. So there's so many different ways, even in the religion of Buddhism, even in that one path, to get up to the mountaintop, right? And so I really believe that when someone says to me, or someone says in general, this is the path, this is the only path, this is the only path that you need to take in order to get up to that mountaintop, in order to be enlightened, in order to gain that freedom, that essence of yourself that you're looking for, I always start getting heebie-jeebies in my heart, and I always start getting antsy about it. I really dislike anyone saying that to us, because it's not the truth. It's really, truly not the truth. And even when I say, it's awesome, please meditate, it's one of the best things in the world, and one of the best ways to get awakened, again, it's not the only path, right? Even within meditation, you can meditate while sitting down in the traditional way, or you can meditate while dancing, you can meditate while cooking, you can meditate while parenting, you can meditate while walking, you can meditate while studying, meditate while sleeping, you can meditate while making love, you can meditate while kissing, So there's so many different paths to it. There's not just a single path that you have to sit in a traditional way, in the cross-legged way, in the full cross-legged manner, and you have to have your back straight, and you need to shave your head, you need to be dressed in traditional robes, you need to be a man, you need to be a monk, and you need to give up all of your worldly connections, you need to move to a cave somewhere in the Himalayas, and then you're going to go on the path. I really don't think that's the truth. I really don't think that the universe or God or the beautiful creator would have put all of these different reincarnations of itself, all these different forms of itself, billions of different forms, not only human beings, but all of these beautiful creatures on the planet, and just created one path to get back to him, right? That would be a little bit off-putting, a little bit unfair. Because what about a dog? A dog can't sit down cross-legged and do his meditation and get up to awakening, but a dog can still go on that path. It's still a sentient being, and it still has a possibility of being awakened, on going on that path. I believe that. I really don't think that's only human beings that have the opportunity. I really believe that animals do as well. They still are on the path because they're sentient. Plants as well, they might not be sentient, but they have feelings. They're still living beings. Aliens as well. It's not just human beings going on this path. If there are any aliens, which I'm sure there are, they're on the path as well. And again, it's not just this dimension that's available, this universe. There's multiple universes, multiple dimensions out there. And so it's not just humanity on this path, right? And so there are so many different ways to get there. And I'm sure the universe or the creator or the supreme consciousness, whatever you want to call it, was not saying to itself, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to create one way to get back to me, or one way for them to awaken, because that'll be fun for them to figure out that one path. Even with yoga or meditation or living in life in general, there's so many different ways to do it, right? There's so much creativity that you can bring into it. There's so many different kinds of meditations. There's so many different kinds of asanas that can help you transform yourself and bring your energy up into that awakened state. There's so many different kinds of lives that people are leading, giving back to the world in different manners, making an impact in a different way. Some people are like Mother Teresa and they're helping the homeless in Kolkata, are homeless in the world. Some other people are helping the oceans, clean up the oceans, and some other people are helping the children of the world, the hungry children of the world. Some other people are helping in a way where they create new softwares or new computer programs or new apps or new technologies to help the world become a better place. Some other people are teaching and teachers or university professors and are helping by engaging the new generation and making them more enlightened that way. So there's so many different paths to it as well. It's not just that you give up everything and you move to the Himalayas. It's that yes, you can become enlightened and you can gain that path wherever you are. Wherever you are in your life right now, it is accessible to you. As long as you have the desire to go on the path and then you start exploring different ways of getting there, getting to that mountaintop. Your path is going to be unique and unlike anyone else's. And that's fine, because there's a myriad number of ways to get up to that mountaintop. And it's your path, it's your life. Do it the way that you want to do it, the way you feel comfortable about it. Okay. Again, I hope this makes sense to you guys. It's an interesting topic, and I'm sure it's going to bring up some stuff for different people. There are going to be a lot of prejudices that are going to come up, which is fine. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys have any questions about this topic or any other topic, please do message me by email only. If you're going to ask me a question, I think the best form for it is by email. My email address is in the description below. If you just want to say hi, obviously, please Instagram and Facebook me, it's fine. But if you want a specific question, a longest question specifically, please email. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.